a massive blizzard barreling down on the Northeast corridor, packing potentially record-breaking snow and hurricane-force winds, promising to grind planes, trains, and automobile traffic to a halt. And the worst of it, according to the latest forecast models, is just getting underway. ABC's Rob Marciano braving the blizzard conditions for us tonight to bring us the latest. Rob.
Good evening, Juju. The blizzard has arrived here in Boston, where the streets downtown are nearly deserted, and for good reason. It's downright painful to be outside. The wind is blowing the snow sideways. Visibility at time dropping down to zero. We could see snow drifts tomorrow 3, 4, 5 feet high, but forget about the snow accumulation. Those winds could be crucial, especially here in eastern Mass. We're talking about power outages, and that means people will not have light. And in some cases, people might not have heat either. And this is life-threatening cold. Hard to believe that this really is just a few snow showers across the Midwest a couple of days ago. Look at what it's become. And we are just getting started. Tonight, the northeast corridor of the country hunkering down as snow and wind steadily increases. Crazy! 50 million Americans right now in the path of this massive blizzard that could bring up to 3 feet of snow in 36 hours. Winds up to 75 miles per hour and widespread power outages, potentially dangerous in near freezing temperatures. And the ripple effect, thousands of people stranded around the country. Governors from 7 states declaring states of emergency, many making the same plea.
Extreme snowfall, hurricane-force winds.
It should not be taken lightly.
Travel ban for the entire state.
Please remain home and remain off the roads.
4 million children will stay home from school tomorrow. State offices are closed. Roads are shut down tonight for everyone except emergency vehicles. This beast of a storm blanketing the Northeast. Look at this NASA image taken from space. The storm, which first hit the Midwest last night, is now moving further up the Northeast coast towards Maine. Our ABC News Extreme team fanned out in full force over the several states in the path of the blizzard. In New York, Mayor Bill de Blasio going to extreme measures to protect the city's 8 million residents.
And this will most likely be one of the largest blizzards in the history of New York City. I'm ordering that at 11 o'clock tonight, our streets will only be available to emergency vehicles.
A total vehicle ban, 255,000 tons of salt, over 1,800 snowplows, 40% more ambulances at the ready, and an additional 500 staff to the city's department.
Damaging winds and blizzard conditions developing tonight.
Inside New York City's command center, serious decisions concerning the city's safety are being made.
Yeah, you have all these different agencies.
Every single one. Yeah. And they'll be here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week until the incident is over.
All in an effort to avoid scenes like these from 2010, when New York streets turned into a tangled mess of abandoned cars, causing a nightmare for first responders. And for the first time in recent memory, New York's subway system is at a complete halt tonight.
Typically, a station like this would be packed with people, but right now it's more like a ghost town. And that's because one of the last trains is about to roll out.
A major concern outside of New York City are whiteout conditions and icy highways.
Tonight we're out with the Suffolk County Police Department, and we're on what is usually one of the busiest highways in all the country, the Long Island Expressway. But take a look tonight. Barely any cars out here. This is going eastbound, this is going westbound, not a car in sight. The reason why? People actually listened to the warnings this time. They stayed off the roads.
Salt trucks along the East Coast in full force. At this New Jersey command center,
80 eastbound, 32.5, silver Toyota stuck.
3,700 trucks ready to roll.
We are the first responders. If we don't have the roadway systems cleared, then fire trucks, police trucks, ambulances cannot get through.
That sentiment echoed on the ground here in Boston, where I rode along with plow truck driver Danny Lee. So the biggest problem you have on a night like tonight is what?
Traffic. Cars on the road when they shouldn't be.
I like to say that New Englanders are hardy, but if we get over 2 feet of snow, how hardy can you be to even handle that?
It's fun the first one. After that, it's not fun anymore.
And all in all, between what's being taken off this truck and what you have here in stock, how much salt is here available for this storm?
Thousands upon thousands of tons. We are ready. We're prepared.
35,000 tons of it shipped in by the container full. But will it be enough? The last time Boston saw 2 feet of snow was 2 years ago, and that brought the city to a standstill. The record here is 27.5 inches. Some areas outside the city could see 3 feet, and even this mountain of salt Can't melt 3 feet of snow.
People across the Northeast are hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst.
And the bakery section here has been completely cleaned out. Here are the water shelves. Not a whole lot left.
Check out these lines just to get into the supermarket. And inside, shelves wiped clean.
Today by noontime, everything was gone. Panic buying, yes, everybody worried.
The storm isn't just affecting those in the Northeast. Airlines taking preemptive action in order to avoid crowds at airports.
Indescribable right now. It doesn't feel too good to know that I have to stay here for 2 days.
Nearly 3,000 canceled flights today, 4,000 tomorrow. The Northeast 5 major airports will in essence be shut down for much of the next 24 hours. And these cancellations ripple through the entire airline system, touching Dallas, Chicago, Denver. This stranded passenger in Los Angeles wiping away tears.
I've got work. I've got less money in my account. We checked out of our hotel.
Back on the East Coast, people and their pets are trying to make the best of the blizzard, sharing on social media their snowstorm party fun, and seems to be no shortage of booze.
People just want to stock up.
Or in New York, even delivery food, much to the mayor's chagrin.
The food delivery bicycle is not an emergency vehicle, so no.
This GoPro footage from a delivery bike taken just hours ago. And while we won't know what the full effect of this storm will be till at least through tomorrow, one thing is certain. Where I am in Boston, with the wind still blowing, it seems safest to stay indoors. For Nightline, Rob Marciano, ABC News, Boston.